In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use high-pass sharpening to increase the overall sharpness of your image. First step is to make a self-blend of the image. Shortcut key for that is Command J. So we've duplicated the layer. Next step is to create a smart object to this layer. You can right-click onto the topmost layer and select Convert to Smart Object. You can see that the smart object is now enforced with the small icon in the bottom right-hand corner. We're going to now use a filter to create a high pass sharpening. Go to your filters menu, go to other, and high pass. The image will start to turn completely gray. As you increase the radius, you'll start to see the edges of areas of high contrast. Sharpening takes place where highlights and dark values meet. So as we increase these pixel ratios, more and more of the image will start to become sharper. Let's reduce this to somewhere maybe around 2 pixels. So you can just start to see the edges here in focus. Click OK. Next step is to get rid of all of this gray area. We'll use a blend mode of overlay. Overlay ignores all gray, so now we can start to see the image in its full detail. Next step is to increase the size of the image to 100% so we can see the image as it relates to its actual size. In the bottom left-hand corner, you can see the percentage here is at 25%. Shortcut key to increase size of your image is the command plus. We can increase this several times to 100%. Press the spacebar key so you have the hand tool, and you can then move the image to areas that are of importance, such as the cat's face. At this stage, we'll click the visibility of the layer to see the before and after. So now we start to get some more sharpening that's taking place. In fact, I think the sharpening might be a little bit too much, where we're starting to see a little bit of a grain in the overall image. One thing you can do, since we've converted this layer to a smart object, is click on the high pass word of the effect of the layer. Once you've double clicked on that, you can then go back into this effect and make additional changes. So I'm going to reduce the sharpening down a little bit further. Click OK, click the visibility, and that's looking much better. Using the hand tool, I can then determine if there are certain areas of the picture that I want to reduce the actual amount of sharpening, such as some of the fur in the legs of the cat, so that the focus will retain to the eyes. So what I will do next is create a mask for this layer. Go down, making sure that the layer is selected, go down to the bottom of the layers panel, select layer mask, make sure that the layer mask is selected with the bracket key, just click on the layer mask. Choose your brush, which is in the middle of your tools panel, shortcut key is B. In the bottom of your tools panel, you'll see that there are 2 swatches. If you do not have black and white as your 2 swatches, press D for the default key, and then you can switch from one swatch to the other by pressing the X key or click on this arrow here. You want to have black as the topmost swatch. You can then choose an opacity at the top of your options dialog box for each of these tools. So this is the brush tool. Select an opacity that is nearly about 50%, and you can then start to paint away some of the sharpness in some of the image. I'll press the hand tool to move to other areas of the image to reduce a little bit more of that sharpness, so it doesn't have to be at 100%, so that we can retain that focus on the cat. I'm going to press the command minus key to lower the size of the overall image. Click the visibility, and as you can see, the sharpness of the cat's face and the whiskers retain, and the parts of the legs are a little bit softer.